Jake's over here like a fucking pit bull, like wiping the foam off his mouth, waiting for this shit. All right, guys. Sorry, a couple minutes behind. We actually all got in early. I was the last one in on the, it's not Zoom, but, you know, the thing we use. But,
I know, usually we're waiting for Charlie.
Well, maybe, you know what? Maybe I wanted you guys to wait for me every once in a while. Maybe I wanted to see if you guys miss me when I'm not here. You know?
He was like secretly in the chat just hoping that we'd talk shit about him.
Yeah, yeah. Like fucking gray bearded old fuck. You know? It's fine. I've been called way worse. Way worse. Like I said, I had somebody call racial slurs to me that I didn't even know that one time. And to be honest, I'm into it now. Like, I'm like, dope. I'm like those fucking white kids on Chappelle's show. I'm like, what? Yeah, let's go. I love being like wrongfully slurred. It was awesome. Really boosts my confidence. You know?
You know you're doing something right if a blind person calls you a racial slur of an ethnicity.
I don't think this person was blind. They were just Asian. I don't know. I was kind of tan at the time. It was the summer, and I tan really well, so I don't know.
I don't think you were that tan.
No, I don't get that tan. I do not get that tan. My wife will get that tan. On our honeymoon, like obviously, like even though it was October, like we were going to the Dominican Republic for our honeymoon, so we like tanned. Because for also one, like when you're wearing white, you know, at your wedding, you want to look tan, especially like she's Latina, so like she wanted to be tanned up, you know, popping. She really wanted to be popping. By the end of our honeymoon, she was so dark. Like Haitians would come up and start speaking fucking Creole to her. She's like, I don't know what you're saying.
Where did y'all go for the honeymoon?
The Dominican.
Ah.
You have these like dark fucking Haitians coming up, like speaking like French Creole to her, and she's like, I'm not local. You know.
I don't know French.
But you ever want to experience black on black racism? Go to the Dominican Republic, where they're all pretty much black, they're like Spanish and black, but mostly black, and they hate Haitians.
Yeah. Oh, Nicaraguans are racist too. Like they
get
going.
For one, like everybody talks about like, now we have to get deep dive into this. Everyone's talking about like how Americans are racist. Go anywhere else in the world. Oh my God. Anywhere. Oh my God. Watch an English football match. Jesus.
Dude, weren't they calling people monkeys at some
point? They're throwing bananas. They're throwing bananas at the black players and shit.
It's wild.
And
we're like, especially here in America, we're like the littlest things. Like, that's racist. In other places, it's just like, we don't give a shit.
Yeah, no, I think here it was like a big scandal because a New Mexico football team played in Texas and they got tortillas thrown at them.
Was it Texas Tech? Because that's the thing.
Were they flour or corn tortillas? Because they were flour, I'd pick them up and start eating them. I love flour tortillas.
Throwing tortillas here in Lubbock is a fucking thing. Like, that is a thing.
Really?
You throw tortillas on the field. Yes, that's a fucking thing.
I already know. The next time the three of us are together, we're starting the show. Before we do anything, we're starting the show with a tortilla challenge.
What's the tortilla challenge?
You've never seen the tortilla challenge? It was like a TikTok thing. You have to fill your mouth full of water, and you get like the big burrito-sized tortillas, and you go around in a circle, slapping each other in the face with the tortilla.
I thought it was like who can eat the tortilla the fastest or some shit.
Yeah, no, I was like, is this like some hot dog eating contest?
No. You slap each other. You fill your mouth full of water, and you gotta slap each other with tortillas, but keep the water in your mouth. It sounds so fucking stupid because it is that stupid, but it is so fucking hilarious. Can you imagine how funny it'd be if I just smacked Charlie across the face with a fucking 12-inch tortilla?
I mean, just know I'm gonna do it.
Back and forth. Pow! Oh yeah, Charlie gets like that wrist, like pop pop before you even know it. You got it on both sides.
Like, I learned from Bugs Bunny, you take the glove off and on the side of the face.
Oh, if anybody ever took a glove off and slapped me with it, I don't know whether I should just like turn in my man card or beat the dude to death, right? Like, I don't know. But we're wasting time because we put out, so the anonymous confessions turned out so well last week that I decided to do another one this week. And the Nooners turned out. Let's see how many we got. So I did.
You guys are a special kind of degenerates, and I love you all.
We got 47 responses to this one. Last week we got 23. This might have to be a 2-part episode. I don't know if we got enough time to go through these, but I did anonymously. You could talk about what your fantasy turn-ons and kinks are. And I already put out a poll on the Instagram stories, like over under 30% are going to be threesome, because like, so we'll see how that goes. I'm assuming over, but maybe you'll surprise me. I'm hoping for dark and hilarious. So we're going to dive right in. We're going to dive right into these because we got a ton of them. And I'm like 6 shots deep in Fireball right now because my kids are being fucking dicks today. So let's roll, baby. So number 1, got to scroll way down on this one. Jesus. Okay. Number 1, I'm gay.
Who the fuck?
Bro, okay.
I mean, good for you, man. Like, I don't know how to respond to that one, really. Like, okay. Like,
okay.
I don't know what to say about that. Like, what is a fantasy? Is it a fantasy that you're gay?
I don't know. This is actually, oh, sorry.
Straight, but it's just a fantasy? So
I
does that mean
I
they're
don't know.
actually gay?
I don't know.
Like,
Hopefully they come in. Now, here's where it comes in. Maybe they, now that they've kind of like not outed themselves because it's anonymous, maybe they came back later today and started rolling in with, oh, dude, if we get a gay fantasy one, oh my God, I'm going to go out the roof. But good for you, man. Like, hopefully you can one day feel comfortable enough to be gay and publicly, because you know what? None of us care. Be gay.
Don't give a shit.
Gay people are fucking awesome, by the way. I've hung out with some gay people. I've got some gay friends. They're hilarious to go out with. And their favorite thing to do, I mean, they're not like flamboyantly gay, you know? One of them kind of talks a little high pitched, but we'll go out to like bars and stuff, and they'll spot like that like attention seeking gay guy and just talk mad shit about him. You know, like, fuck that dude. Like, he's gay for the attention. But get it, dude. You know, do you.
they're trying to guess who it is. Oh, wait, never mind.
Elijah, you're not gay. Congratulations.
I want to watch my neighbor get pegged by his wife. It wouldn't turn me on, but he's a total piece of shit and deserves it.
You want to watch this, or you have watched
It
this?
says, I want to watch my neighbor get pegged by his wife. It would not turn me on, but he is a total piece of shit and deserves it.
Okay, so some voyeurism. All right, all right.
That's funny. That's some
Yeah,
petty ass shit. Your
yeah.
neighbor must fucking suck.
That's interesting. Like, I guess it's not technically a kink then, but I guess that is a sex fantasy. But that, I mean, we didn't say you have to get off on it. You
It
just
says
kinda
it
want
would
someone
not
to-
turn me
You
on.
want to see someone get subjugated.
They said it would not turn me on. But it follows
mean,
up
it
with,
could-
but he is a total piece of shit and deserves it.
Just
But they
wants to
could
see
also
some
have
guy
a
get butt
voyeurism.
fucked.
Could be. I mean, to be honest, like seeing a pedophile get raped.
Ginger said super petty. Yeah.
It is. I mean, to be fair, like on the invert, like on that same vein, like I want to get turned on by watching I want to get sexually turned on by like a pedophile getting raped to death in prison, but I'd totally watch that shit. Just fuck that dude, you know?
Fucking GG.
GG, nice. Nice.
Same.
Somebody put, when she rides me while I'm pretending to be sleeping.
Oh,
Wait, what?
that's a fun one.
When she rides me while I'm pretending to be sleeping. To be 100% honest, I have done this before. Like middle of the night, lady's horny, like messing with you, and I was just kind of like, I'm going to pretend to sleep. It was kind of a turn on. I also feel like that's a total double
So
standard.
is this like a consensual, non?
It was incredibly consensual. I wasn't asleep, right?
But that's a kink, like a consensual, non-consensual. Is that kind of like a thing? Like, is that like how guys?
Oh
do it?
God!
Like,
Does that put me in like? Is that
Yes.
is that like rape? Am I in the same category as rape fantasy people? Because I wasn't thinking that.
It is.
I mean, I thought it turned me on.
That is kind of a rape fantasy. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, that's kind of
It kind of turned me on because like
when
I'm
she gets you
being
drunk, though?
used, you know, like I'm as a male, like I'm,
birds him. Jake, of course he does.
you know, like it turned me on, you know, like I just like laid there and pretended to be asleep, and like every once in a while, I'm kind of like,
Billy, you're so into consensual, non-consensual.
Maybe when it's with me, because we've talked about, like, she watches all those fucking crazy, like, ID channel things, and there's been people like with rape fantasies, and she was like, "What if I was into that?" I was like, "I could not do it. I could not." Like,
No,
just
I've had conversations with people who have been in those situations, and I can understand, like, on the male to female perspective, that is like, I'm not.
No,
comfortable
like,
with
I
this.
could
But
not.
Female to male perspective, that changes things.
maybe.
But
Like
listen,
for
you
me,
know
like
what?
I
The
wasn't
only
like
way
it
you
wasn't
can
like
do it
a.
is if they're sleeping.
It wasn't to me. It wasn't this whole like turn on about like, oh, like I'm being like raped. It was more of just like, ooh, like she's horny and she's just gonna use me as a dildo kind
And
of thing.
I'm unconscious. Like what?
You know, I know. I don't. You're making it weird, Charlie. You're making it weird for me.
Let the man be a dildo, Charlie.
I don't
Okay.
think it's making it weird.
You're
I think I'm
taking
just
something that
bringing
turned me
it
on
to
and you're
life for you.
destroying it.
You're making him think too much about his
You're like,
kinks. You are
"Consensual,
kink
consensual,
shaming.
Man, it's not that big of a deal.
Wow, wow. Bill, do you have a siren? Charlie is kink shaming.
Now,
I'm fucking not. I'm just telling him what he likes, bitch. I'm not shaming
that one
at
kind of
all.
works, I guess.
He's the one that can't fucking take it. You can't handle the truth.
I know, but now I just feel like ashamed.
You made him feel dirty.
Don't. That's with your wife, dude. Like, no.
He's gonna go
Now I'm
cry
gonna
in the
have-
shower
That's
now.
not me
I'm
doing
gonna
that.
have-
That's you doing that to yourself.
I'm gonna have people slide into my DMs all the time, like, "Why don't you go to sleep while I fuck you?" kind of shit. Like, you know, like,
It's
no,
like, hey, sleepy
no,
boy.
no.
Going to sleep that's not the same thing.
I'm gonna be going to
They
the
just
bars
messed
and
me up
people are gonna
with
be
sleep.
slipping NyQuils into my drinks and shit. You know?
That's actual rape. You weren't on. You weren't.
Roofies
you
and
weren't on-
NyQuil, so I'm hard and I'm passed out.
Does NyQuil make you?
Or not roofies, Viagra and NyQuil. I don't know. I've never been roofied. I don't think. I blacked out a couple times when I shouldn't have, but
I don't think roofies make you hard. They just make you not able to use your body, like function properly. Like when you're sober, you can't function.
Quadathan, Bill's kink is not overanalyzing and coming to terms with his kinks. I'm gonna have to go to fucking therapy now. Thanks, Charlie. Jesus Christ.
You are welcome. Anything I can do to help.
We're opening hard now. I thought the dude watching his neighbor get pegged by his wife was gonna be a thing, but apparently me pretending to be
learning about ourselves with other people's kinks.
apparently me pretending to be asleep while my wife is riding up on me, you know, is
It's like that one
fucking
meme. Oh, I'm the problem.
opening up fucking doors I didn't know I had. Good God. I don't know. Good. Fuck. I need
You're
to
just learning more about yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that.
I know, but we
Your
just
growing
started
boy was
this.
exploring his
Can you
body, Bill.
imagine what we're about to hear from these fucking degenerates that sent shit in? I don't know if I want to learn any more about myself.
What are you fucking doing?
I don't want to. I don't know if I want to learn any more about myself, Charlie. Jesus. Good
Buckle
God.
up, Buttercup.
Moving on. Moving on. I can't do this. It would turn me on if my wife acknowledged that my penis merely existed. Bruh.
Rip.
Just
You
like
brought it
that
down.
little noodle around a little bit.
Maybe you should just jerk off in her mouthwash or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh God. That's the thing. That's how to. That's
Make
how
that
to
your new
solve
kink.
it.
You know, or maybe like, maybe be all sus, you know? Be like sus to the point where you're being sus, but she can't actually like indict you on anything. There's no evidence. And then she's going to be like, well, I'm going to fucking suck his dick tonight. Like, he doesn't know what he's working with. Anyway, we're moving on from that one. Oh, this one speaks to my heart now. Bikinis and tan lines. Whoever submitted this, like, me and you both, bro. Like,
Is it weird? I don't like booby tan lines, but I like ass tan lines.
what I was about to say. Like, boob tan lines, I can take or leave. I can take or leave. Like, it's fine.
It's very
My-
70s, like to me.
obviously,
booby tan
like,
line. It's very
I have a Hispanic wife, and I'm also, everybody knows me, I'm DG4L, son, you know? Her swimwear, bro, thong tan lines. Dude, probably one of my biggest turn-ons. Like a thong tan line sets me off.
How high is?
I
the
don't care.
tan line from
I
the
don't
butthole?
care. I do
It doesn't
not
matter.
care. I don't care.
Hold on. I got some science for that one. The higher the tail, the bigger the hoe.
Maybe, but I mean, like, I think, like, in reality, like, thong bikinis are kind of like, no, I'm not gonna say the norm, but they're not
Well,
uncommon.
I would say more trendy nowadays.
Yeah, oh, for
than
sure.
not.
Like, they're for sure, right? Like, when we go to the beach, like, it's thong. Like, my wife doesn't feel uncomfortable wearing one in most situations because, like, most people are wearing, most adult women are wearing them. So, like, the height, I don't know because they're all different styles now and shit. But, bro, I think, honestly, what I think it is about the tan line of one, it's like, it's evidence that you spend a lot of time in that thong bikini, you know? And it's something about that, man, just,
Okay, I do want to point out, Kristen did tell us like these are fantasies. These are fantasies.
well,
not
I said fantasies, turn-ons, or
okay.
kinks.
Yes, but
So-
I guess I don't know. We don't know how people like submitted their shit, like what it was under. So do we just assume it's all fantasy?
I feel like that one, a thong, like a tan line's not a fantasy, unless you're like,
Okay,
you're,
no, maybe not about this one. I just wanted to say like I guess with our previous two of like, oh fuck, I did forget like fantasy.
yeah, I think that's going to be open to interpretation. You know, I don't think this one is because like bikinis, trust me too, I'm a nut for bikinis, right? Like my wife gets pissed off at me
Yeah.
about how many bikinis I buy her, but she also wears a shit ton of them and she loves every one I buy her. But it's because like her in a
this one is
bikini
different.
sets me off, right? And then the tan lines that come with it, like
Ugh.
over, like I'm done, like, you know.
I see. I'm just too white. I've never really experienced.
So you
tan
don't get
lines
tan
and
lines, you get the sunburn line. Also, I mean, also
You're
kind of
right.
hot, you know.
I'm pretty sure I sent y'all
She's
that
got that
Neapolitan
turtleneck
picture of myself
fucking-
last summer.
Sunburn.
Bro, it's brown, white, and red.
Red, you're like a Neapolitan ice cream.
I am Neapolitan. That was fun. I had a Neapolitan thong tan line.
There you go. There you go. But I think it's still, I mean, it's still like if I saw like a thong sunburn line, like just saw it, I'd still feel the same way But if it was like somebody I'm being intimate with and saw it, I'd still be turned on. But then I'd also be like hesitant because then it was like, oh, like
Can't slap that.
like if I slap this, you're gonna fucking go off the bed and beat me with a goddamn flip flop, right? Like, do what?
I went topless in France, and once I got down to the beach, everyone was wearing tops.
Hey, you stood out. You stood out. Good for you.
In fucking France. I mean, come the fuck on. You're in fucking France, and people are wearing their fucking bathing suits. What the fuck is that shit?
Yeah, the only thing the French have going for them is topless beaches. When we went to Mexico last winter, me and my wife, it was an adults only place. And like one of the last 2 days we were there were these two, I'll say middle-aged, but they weren't. I'd say maybe they're maybe the early 40s, like women. So I don't know. But they were going topless and nobody gave a shit. Like it was kind of like one of those things like, oh, damn, okay. Like,
well, you know, in like Europe, it's really
but then it was just kind of like, okay, this is a thing. Like
Europe isn't as like prude as America.
Nobody there cared. Yeah. Like you'd see some people maybe like doing a double take because we hadn't seen it all week kind of thing. But like even I was like, wait, what? Oh, they're topless? Okay, cool, good for them. Like dope. Like work on it.
Especially in
get a girl.
France. You would think like
get a girl
in France of all fucking places.
The French are the worst. The French are the fucking worst. They lure you in. They lure you in with the topless beaches, and then they mock you when you go topless. Fuck the French. Fuck the French. Goddamn. Moving on. I can go on and on about the goddamn French. I'm assuming. Okay, so I'm assuming this is a turn on. Or maybe a kink. But they've said, my high school crushes OnlyFans.
I mean, at least you get to see it, buddy. I'm proud of you. I am so proud that you at least get to see it.
I don't think anybody I went to high school has, I'm sure somebody I went to high school with has one, but.
3 people I went to high school with do porn, so like. Yeah. I've seen more people from high school naked than I really ever thought I would. So
You saw more people from your high school naked than you did when you were in high school?
Yeah.
No, I think all my high school crushes, or at least the ones I've like kind of kept up with, are all like super Southern Baptist moms now, and it's boring as fuck, you know?
The only way I would have it OnlyFans is if I could get away with like pictures with basically how I look on here. I couldn't do like the nude. Like I can't do porn. I can't do that.
I feel like porn, like straight porn, like straight up porn, is different. Like that's I guess maybe
you
like
get attached to your coworkers like that. Like that's just unhealthy fucking work ethic.
Charlie, I got a niche for you.
I don't know if I want to
just do like long socks, corduroy pants, and a turtleneck.
What kind of pants?
Corduroy pants.
Corduroy and a turtleneck.
How, like,
she's trying to turn people on, Jake. Not.
What kind? Like.
I bet you there's a niche for people who are turned on.
Oh well, there's definitely that. Now if we're going a niche lane on OnlyFans, Charlie with her attitude could totally do like fully clothed, but just like mean rating dick pics.
That's where I was going.
Like mean,
that's where I was going.
Mean
like
rating dick pics. That's
80s grandmother.
That's not sustainable though. You can only do that for so long, and then you run out of, you have to like evolve. And so I'm like, what do you?
Well, are you trying to start a career, Charlie? Or you just want some quick cash? Like, come on.
I'm sorry. I think long term, Bill.
Well, I'm the only one that's married, so you know.
Like hit her in the lottery, Charlie. Okay.
All right.
Sorry, I'm
moving on.
About my life here.
Oh my God. This is premonition or fate. Somebody said, I just want Charlie to glare at me in annoyed disapproval. That's your lane. That's your lane. Somebody's getting
Just
turned
30
on as
second
fuck right
clips of
now,
you
Charlie.
doing that.
Wait, ew?
Someone just like busted all over
Okay.
their phone.
All right. That's a good one. I don't know if that's a fantasy, a turn on, or a kink, or all three. I don't know, but
You know, I think I know
What
who
the
might have
fuck
said
was
it.
that
Can you
for?
guys see the
Grumpy cat.
screenshot?
But yeah, I just want Charlie to glare at me in annoyed disapproval. There it is. I think that's the one. I think that's the one. You should just start.
There
You
you
should
go.
start an OnlyFans where it's you and like in whatever, like lingerie, swimsuits, bathrobe, whatever. But everything is focused on your face, making the same stance, same face, same angle every time.
This is like the Jenna Marbles disgusted face.
No, you gotta do the one where you're just doing like, right, that one. But it has to be that face. Like every single picture is you in like the exact same spot, exact same stance, exact same face, exact same angle, but your outfits just change.
And the lighting changes slightly.
Well, depending on the time of day, you want the lighting to be good. You know, if you're gonna do it, like I will say, for anybody out there, if you're gonna do OnlyFans, like don't half-ass it. Make sure like the production value is good, or else you're not gonna go anywhere. You know.
Take some film classes if you're gonna do OnlyFans. You know, learn how to use a camera.
I
Learn
mean,
how to set up some lights.
fuck. For some of this shit, like you see the people like, bitch, buy a light ring. They're $12 on Amazon. Good God. You know, like.
That's $12, man. That's one subscriber.
That shadow on your asshole makes it look like poop.
That's 3 subscribers.
Yeah, like I can't tell by the shadows if you have big boobs or you're just fat. Like, get some lighting. Jesus Christ. You know, next one.
Lighting really does.
Lighting's everything. Lighting, Jake will tell you, lighting's everything.
Big difference.
Somebody said, I'm totally into naughty nurse role play. I can see that.
Ooh, bet you
That's
they're
hard
top.
to be. It's hard. That's a hard one to knock. You know.
And I feel like, though this one, like, they didn't say what gender they are, we can assume what gender they are by the people that watch this show. But that's one that can go both ways, right? It's kind of one of those things like, granted, it typically goes like the male is the patient and the naughty nurse is the female. But I mean, maybe you have like there's also like the naughty doctor role play where the male doctor comes in for your pap smear or whatever, and I don't know.
I want Nurse Ratchet to come in and just fucking.
Nurse Ratchet, so she can come in and kill you? Good God.
No, tie me down and give me ketamine. That's my fantasy.
That's your fantasy. Did you submit that one?
What about giving you
Right.
ketamine and then tying you down?
Ooh.
That's true. No, she ties you down. She ties you down, kind of like fluffs you up a bit, gives you ketamine, and be like, you have until you pass out. If you pass out before you nut, like that's on you, bro.
Oh, that'd be a fun game. Kind of like yelling "mom" and just pounding it.
Gigi made a good point though. Made over that.
The
Maid
maid
over
role
nurse.
play? The maid role play? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I may or may not have like a dirty maid outfit in the lingerie drawer in the house, you know, and
Yeah, Bill wears his cat ears in his maid outfit, and his wife. Just
oh, my wife loves it. My wife loves it when I put on the panties that say dirty on the front, you know.
A
and-
Japanese fucking maid or butler.
yeah. Oh, I clean. She loves
I
it.
actually do have a maid's outfit in my other closet. Right
Oh,
now.
you shouldn't have said that on air. You should not have said that on air.
Oh fuck.
It was funny. It was
You
my
did it,
older
Charlie.
sister's Halloween costume, and then I got a maid costume for Halloween, and then she stole it from me. So it's like we just switched maid costumes.
See, you shouldn't have said that on air either. We're talking about fucking kinks and fantasies. You're talking about swapping out naughty maid outfits with your sister.
These degenerates are gonna go to town with that, Charlie.
Do it. I don't care.
What she's doing, I know what she's doing, Jake. I know what she's doing. She's literally building up interest for her grumpy face OnlyFans.
For real, like.
And then she's gonna tease. She's gonna tease that pay-per-view like, oh, me and my sister, and it's gonna be just both of them grumpy faced in the camera.
Just both of them cross-armed and everything, just mad.
No, it just makes me want, like, think that, like, why the fuck have I never worn that on this fucking podcast just randomly?
Well, as somewhat the boss of this podcast and a married man, I cannot tell you to wear that. So
I mean,
you do what you want to do.
Now. We still have another 30 minutes.
You do what you want to do, and you know, we don't have an HR department, so but we're gonna move on.
All right, guys.
Okay, that was a bot one, so.
Oh, we got a bot one on this one?
Yeah, like, I think, like, this app will just send me random shit occasionally. Did Charlie just leave to go put on the fucking outfit?
Yeah, that's why I was like, where's this going?
Jesus Christ.
If she was here, she would know the chat's encouraging her to go do it, too.
She already knows.
So.
She knows. She knows.
Oh.
Half the reason people watch this show is to see what the fuck Charlie's going to do with her hair and makeup and her top. Like, nobody cares about what I'm wearing. I'm going to come on here topless. Shaved nipples and all. I shave my nipples all the time. I hate hair on my nipples. I have chest hair like a motherfucker. Doesn't bother me. I cannot stand hair around my nipples.
So is it just like two little owl eyes shaved out?
No, I'm not. I don't. It doesn't spread that far. Like my chest hair kind of like runs up my chest, and then like out to like kind of here. You know?
Okay, so it's like a Y.
Kinda, yeah. But then like it's bare from like here, like from my sternum, out to my nipples. But then my nipples grow hair, and it drives me nuts, bro. I'm about to get that shit lasered. I hate it. I hate it.
One hair on my left nipple, and it's just like so strange.
Well, okay, fine. Look, see, like chest hair.
Oh my god, you guys got Bill to take his top off.
See, like I'm trying to get the right camera angle. Chest hair, like no chest hair here, but then it grows around my.
I can see where you shave. I can see where you shave on your nipple.
No, you can't. Don't give me that, Jake. Now I'm self-conscious about that. God damn it. Don't lie to me and tell me you can see where I shave. I do a perfect job shaving. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, God.
I mean, that's definitely more conservative than the one that we have in our house. So.
I mean, it was a Halloween costume. It was a legit Halloween
costume. Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, it suits you. It works well. You know. You missed me showing my nipples to everybody on the show. So somebody said,
what you're gonna get on this show, guys.
Somebody said, I'm assuming this is a turn on or a fan. I don't know. Like, anyways, we'll interpret it. They said hard fucking with hair pulling in front of the mirror.
Specifically in front of the mirror, like
in front of the mirror. I mean,
it reminded me of American Psycho. He's fucking in front of the mirror, and he's like, yeah, like points at himself, like,
yeah.
That's just, every time. That's all I can think.
Yeah, I've never pointed at myself in front of the mirror, but I've definitely, especially like when I'm kind of like a little too buzzed to really like to be there sexually. I will like pump myself up in the mirror. I'll be like shadow boxing and shit, you know, like doing push-ups and like, oh yeah, you got this. But I mean, in reality, like, yeah, who doesn't like that? I guess I'm sure some people don't like it, but it's like that meme.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that meme? And it's so relatable to almost every lady I've had sex with. Where it's like me starting out, or me starting sex. Just be gentle. Me 10 minutes later. All right, Now I want you to pull my hair and hit me in the head with this brick.
Yeah.
I want you to come in me and call me dirty. Okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Fucking slap me, choke me, bitch. Like, let's make this a memorable time.
Start saying that shit to me. I start counting down from 100. You know? Eating pussy. Peach emoji.
Yeah, I don't think you actually.
Somebody said eating pussy. Or peach emoji. I mean, yeah, that's totally a turn on for sure.
Yeah. You 14?
Guys that like are like, oh, I don't do that. I'm like, you're for one, you're a pussy.
Oh. Guys who don't eat pussy are gay.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Dude, like I'll be going to town, right? And she's like, "No, just stop." I'm like, "Bitch, let me eat. I'm hungry."
Fucking feet twitching in the air, shit screaming.
Toes curling, she's like pulling on my hair and shit. Like, nah. All that.
I've had one guy tell me I won't go down on you, and I've had
beat rocks. Beat rocks.
Just like we're like, I'm just not into it, and I'm like, do you like getting your dick sucked, you motherfucker? Like, what the fuck are you actually talking about,
bro? If I
like sucking dick, too.
I would totally expect if like I was hooking up with some chick and I was like, oh yeah, like I don't do that. I would totally expect for her to immediately just throw me my clothes and tell me to get the fuck out. That's basically who doesn't love that. I have met straight women that like doing that.
I've met gay guys that
you like going down on other women, or
in certain situations. Okay, like we're not going to get into that one, but
okay. I was just asking on that context of like, wait, going down on men? Because like, okay, I can understand that, but like, straight women that want to go down on other women, like,
yeah,
that makes it a little bit different.
Maybe, I don't know, but I mean,
more than men, yeah, like.
I mean, I get it. I mean, maybe like also maybe I'm biased as a guy because I've definitely like gone down there on ladies until like I'm like I don't know, my jaw's about to fall off. Like you got to like.
That's the thing of like it's just.
You got to like something's got to happen here, or else we're just gonna go straight to it, you know. But
yes, but what's hot is like someone being that into you that they want to make you feel pleasure instead of them pleasuring themselves. You know, that's.
Yeah. Oh, I'm all about like we start with that and I get you off because then for the rest of the night, like I don't have to worry, like not that I don't have to work like in a selfish way, like I don't have to worry about like that.
Plus you never know. You never know how your performance is going to be, so you might as well get her off before you even get pleasure.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. So like
that's my logic on it.
Maybe I'm being generous, like maybe it's for one I just enjoy doing it, but also like generosity of like I don't know. I have hardly any control about when this fucking rocket's going to launch. So I'd rather just like get your needs out of the way and then we can get to it. And if you have another one after that, like dope. If you don't, like, hey, at least we got one. We each got one. You know, it's a tie match.
Hot controversial thing. I don't know if this is controversial at all, actually, but she's more likely to come if she's already come.
Right.
From my experience,
probably.
Like,
I mean, I can't speak for all women. I can't speak for any women technically, but yeah, because I think
from my experience with women, like
once you get that first one out, you're relaxed.
Just,
you know.
Bam, 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 bam.
Hold on.
I can't see you on my stream anymore, but apparently people can still see me. So
I can see you.
I see you, Charlie.
I see you.
I can't see y'all anymore. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
So, anyways, on to the next one.
Oh, I see Bill now. Okay, cool.
When she speaks Spanish while I'm going down on her, no clue what she's saying, probably talking shit, but it turns me on either way.
Dude, anyone speaking a different language that you don't understand, yes, please.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I curse.
Chef's kiss.
I curse my mother-in-law for not teaching my wife Portuguese. Like, she only speaks English and with terrible grammar at that. I'm like, why couldn't you? My mother-in-law speaks like 9 languages. Like, you couldn't have taught her one just so she can say it like while I'm doing fucking wild shit? What? What did you just gape at? Somebody going off in the live chat?
Oh no, just telling Elijah I can only see him from the curb.
Damn. See, that's your OnlyFans lane where you just fucking diss people. Because people are going to come crawling back, just wanting your acceptance.
guarantee
You
he's
never
sitting there
give
with
it
a
to them.
belt.
You never give it to them. And then eventually you get to the point where you're like, I don't know, you send them a picture of your titties or something. Like, you'll never get these. And then they start just chucking $5,000 a month at you for another titty picture, you know?
I mean,
I was watching a podcast the other day. I was watching this podcast the other day where there's like some British OnlyFans lady, and some dude spent $90,000 in a year on her OnlyFans, and then was DMing her.
On like crypto, bro.
I can't remember. I don't know.
Like, met up with the OnlyFans chick
No,
and
they never
everything?
met. They never met, ever. But like he would she did like the pay-per-view things or the tips. I've never to be perfectly honest, I've only been on OnlyFans once, and it was weird to me. Like, I don't know. But I guess you can have an OnlyFans page that people pay for, but if you want the real content, you have to pay per video or picture or whatever. And in a year, he spent $90,000 because he bought them all. He bought every single fucking one of them. And every time he would buy one, he would get a reply "Oh, thank you so," some sort of probably automated, So then he started sliding in this girl's DMs and offered her for a month, every day, just please respond to me, please respond to me, please respond to me. He's then finally it's I will give you 10 Bitcoin if you just respond to me.
Wait, what year was that though?
I don't know, but even 10 Bitcoin now would be $30,000.
Yeah, now, but my friend told me about Bitcoin 10 years ago when it was a couple of dollars per Bitcoin. He would fucking buy fast food on that shit and spend all of his Bitcoin buying fast food. If he hadn't done that, he would have had $700,000 worth of fucking Bitcoin.
Oh my god, that's like the guy that bought the pizza for 10 Bitcoin back in the day.
Yeah, and it was it was $100,000 or something.
I remember the fucking time. I remember him telling me about Bitcoin, and I was like, "How do I buy this?" And he was like, "Well, you have this online wallet, and it's just on your computer directly." And I was like, "Well, I could buy a little bit of this." And he was like, "Yes, but this," and I was like, "Oh, it just sounds a little bit too complicated." But then the laptop that I had, the hard drive.
Mm-hmm. Are you talking about Richard Ryan?
I would have lost it anyway. The BRCC guy.
Yeah.
Did he have a lot of Bitcoin?
A ton. He's got a ton on hard drives. He's got thousands of Bitcoins on hard drives that he lost the passwords to.
He was a big part of BRCC, so he's going to get.
Oh, he's got money. He talks about this all these Bitcoins he has on hard drives he can't access anymore so flippantly that he's got so much money that's kind of I'll figure it out when I need to figure it out. All right, on to the next one.
Alex Jones things where Alex Jones said he had so much money on a lost laptop,
mm-hmm.
or so much Bitcoin on a lost laptop.
All right, next one.
I know so many people that's happened to.
I've always wanted him to tie me up and use me like a dirty fuck doll. Ooh. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Being dominated. Chef's kiss.
Oh yeah.
Come on. Who doesn't like that though?
Oh yeah. I get it. Dude, if my wife said that to me, if she texted that to me right now, I'd be we're gonna have to continue this later. Bye guys. Peace. But also in the inverse, if she told me she wanted to do that to me, I'd be all right, dope, let's go. Right. But hey, whoever, it said him, so obviously, well, man or woman, technically, I guess, but hey, get it? And that one kind of turned me on a little bit, so that was a good one. And here it is, the first one, threesome, for sure, in caps.
Sure.
I get the fan. We've talked about this on the show.
I feel like someone did that just to fucking.
I get the fantasy. I get the fantasy of that, right? But I'm also And like, people do it. People do it all the
Someone
fucking
who's done
time.
it.
People do it all the fucking time.
Someone who's done it, it's not worth it.
Yeah, like to me, like in my relationship, I know it will not work out well. For one, I don't even know how to pull that off. I'd be like sitting there like, okay, like what do I do? Is this okay? Is this okay? Is this okay? Like, is it okay that this is happening? Like what, you know?
Yeah, no, the first time it happened, I ended up too drunk to perform and didn't do very well. And then embarrassed myself slightly. And then the next couple times, it spiraled into ruining the relationship. So yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah, I don't. What? What's so funny, Charlie?
I'm sorry. I don't want to say.
What? Say it.
Alex just said this episode will be renamed Bill's Kinks.
That's fine. That's fine. I mean, to be honest, like, I haven't said anything that I'm like worried about somebody snapping back on me on, you know?
No, it just made me laugh really hard. Being called Bill's Kinks. It's like we're learning more about each other through these fucking not confessions, but like these entries. More than anything.
I feel like it's not that. It's letting our listeners and our fans know too that their kinks aren't as shameful as they think.
Oh, we
they
don't.
are.
We should have started that off. We don't kink shame here. We don't kink shame.
Yeah, no.
To
I
a
was
point.
accusing
To a
you guys
point.
of just
If somebody
earlier
said
in the
some
show.
weird shit, like I'm not kink shaming you, but I am kink judging you for sure.
Yeah, no. Like,
But it's gonna have to be something way, way over the limit, right? You know, like that I wouldn't even read on air.
That's a
You
good
know.
one.
The
That's a
next
good
one.
To
Next one.
judge. Shame that I judge.
I'll give you the bro. All right, okay, but To be manhandled on the shark walk in the Baltimore Aquarium. It's a dark ramp surrounded by sharks swimming in a floor-to-ceiling tank. Make those beasts watch me come.
hey, baby girl, I've been trying to go to a Baltimore Ravens game, so if you pay for a game ticket, I can make that fantasy come true.
Hey, there you go.
I mean, what's the difference between a Baltimore Ravens game and a Shark Tank?
That's true. Other than, well,
I
in
win
this
both
in
ways.
this scenario, consent.
I win twice.
In this scenario, consent, totally. And you're like, unless he's like, these beasts are gonna watch me come, and I'm gonna beat this bitch unconscious. I'm gonna Ray Rice this bitch to the floor.
Hey, they honored him at a game. He's okay again.
Yeah, uncanceled. I mean, she did spit in his face. Not to make it okay, but girl, if you spit, you spit in a fucking NFL running back's face, like something gonna happen after that. You know, no, I'm not saying it's okay what he did, but you know, when she tells you not to pull out, eggplant emoji, water emoji.
I know who that was.
That's just how you get child support, but also I have said that to guys. But also I am on birth control because I don't want none of those crotch gablins.
Oh, I get that, you know. But yeah. I mean, that's a turn on. That's a turn on
You
for
have to,
sure.
like, instead of saying wrap it up, like I learned from Chappelle's show, you have to like say it a little bit nicer.
Oh,
sometimes.
trust me. Like, granted, like my wife's been on IUD for a long time, so like she doesn't have to say that shit to him anymore. But if like, not maybe in those words, like she'll use something a little more graphic, and I'm just like, again, like 20, 19, 18, like, you know, it's like, oh God, like, hold it. That is a turn on. That's a total turn on. I get it.
You know, our resident kink expert said it's called a breeding kink.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, it is. I guess so. I don't know. What do I know about it? But
Yeah, that is a thing, especially if they aren't on birth control and whatnot.
so, next one.
Most of the time,
They're
I
on a
use it
birth
just to
control.
like wrap things up. Though.
Oh yeah. Well, you again as a female, you know what you're doing. You're like, okay, like we've been going, it's been good, but like fucking The Office is about to come on. Like,
I want things to be done.
let's get this over with. So you
Okay.
probably say like, I don't know if you say like, don't pull
And then
out,
5
or
minutes later-
like what, like some raunchy ass shit, But the second you say that to a guy, like, oh god,
Yeah, no. When she says that, 5 minutes later, she's asking to use your shower.
Oh well, first off, we've talked about this. Movies, Hollywood movies, totally do not portray the mess, the absolute mess of coming inside a vagina. Like, you don't just pull out and they get up and walk away. If they do, you've got cum everywhere. It's a trail. It's a trail leading from the sheets all the way to the bathroom. Or maybe I just,
Shoot Nick Sports a bit.
maybe I'm just shooting big ones. Do what? What?
What, Charlie?
I said, "What? Who commented what when you were coughing?" I just assumed somebody said something. Moving on.
I've always wanted to
Charlie's here to
bang.
stay.
I've always wanted to bang somewhere public. Airplanes, dressing rooms, movie theaters, etc.
All right.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
that's
no, that's a fair
reasonable. Reasonable.
I wanted to bang in the
Hiking
presidential
trails.
suite at the Stanley Hotel where Stephen King got the idea of The Shining from,
Mm-hmm.
and my ex at the time was too fucking scared to do it because the fucking door was open to the presidential suite, and I was like, "Let's do this," and he was like, "But we could get caught," and I'm like, "Who the fuck cares? We're not staying here."
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Throw you out? You're not staying there anyways.
Exactly.
Door
Fucking
was open.
creepy.
You're not
You're-
breaking in if the door's open.
Your ex was a pussy.
Pussy.
A movie
Probably didn't
theater.
even need it.
So I have done it in a dressing room. And I've gotten jerked off in a movie theater. And both times were really hot until, and I've said this before, until it was time to like blow one. And then I sheer panic because I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? Like, especially like in the movie theater getting a hand job. Like, where is this gonna go?
Everywhere.
What do I gotta do? So then I grabbed luckily I had a bunch of napkins, just like covered the tip up with it, and just like ugh, and then left them on the floor for somebody else to clean up. But
Overhead.
and I was like,
I've done it in a movie theater, but like in retrospect, I didn't realize they had as many cameras as they do.
oh, everywhere.
I wondered if they have cameras in the theater.
They
I
do.
actually wondered that today.
Oh,
But
yeah,
I was
they do.
under 18, so let them try to let them
Especially
have tried to
child
come
porn.
at
It's like,
me.
you don't have child porn.
Yeah, like I was under 8, like we were both under 18, so like if they try it,
I'm a
like,
minor. How
why are
dare
guys
you?
watching it?
Next one.
Yeah, you're the asshole in that one, not me.
I fantasize about being caught jerking off to porn, but then she finishes the job.
Who is she?
Okay.
Is she your mom or your grandma? Or
It
your
just says
aunt, or
she.
your girlfriend,
I'm
or
assuming
your
significant
wife?
other or whoever caught
Or
you.
like your male woman, like someone just random.
Your
like,
male
a
woman.
paramedic. That's a
If my
female?
male
Stepmom,
woman
Charlie.
caught me beating off and it wasn't by the mailbox, I'd be like, bitch, what are you doing in my house? Now, if she's fucking, thick, I'd be like, hey, while you're here.
I mean, if you're jacking off and you're a loud jerker and you're just like, ah,
Well,
they might be like,
gonna
this person is.
I
not
have
okay.
I have a story about that. God, I wish I could tell it. I wish I could tell it. I'll tell you guys off air because I cannot tell it on air in the least bit. I have a story about somebody being a loud jerker and I can't. Like I fucking can't. I'll
Oh,
tell you. I'll
shit.
tell you guys off air.
I'm not gonna lie, isn't it kind of weird when like you're trying to get yourself off and you get really into it and you're just like, am I just being too loud for myself right now? Like, is that just, am I being too much right now? This feels like too much. I don't really want to hear myself.
Don't want to
From
hear myself
myself.
jerking off.
No, I got caught when I was a kid being loud, and ever since then, I am completely silent, even in bed with a partner, and yeah, it is kind of sad.
No, you can't be completely silent, man.
Ooh, here's a long one. I
Okay.
fantasize about a backpacking trip across Europe, stopping in Amsterdam to indulge in drugs and sex, then investigating enticing rumors of a Slovakian hostel in a city populated by lusty, exotic women. I'm pretty sure that's just the movie Hostel, right?
It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, I'm not gonna lie, so I can't remember. I was thinking more of like Euro trip and the Vanders.
But yeah, I mean, outside of like that being the opening plot to Hostel, like I get it. I get it. I can hook up with some like fucking wild ass Scandinavian girls. I can get down on that for sure.
Oh yeah.
Next one. Simple white cotton panties turn me on. Peach emoji.
I have heard this before.
On like 30-year-old women or on like 15-year-old girls?
Now you're just making it. Now you're just making
Why
it
do you
weird,
gotta take it there, Charlie?
Because women in their 30s usually don't wear regular white cotton undies. I don't think. I don't know. I just know I'm not one of them. But like, I just feel like by your 30s, you're even past that. But when you're younger, that's what you wear. So that's why I'm like, that doesn't.
Maybe that's the turn on because they don't typically wear them. You got some like
You know what?
you got some
I'm gonna
like
tell myself
you got
that.
some like
I'm gonna tell
pog you got
myself
some like pog white woman wearing some tight white panties. Like I don't know. I can see it. I can see it.
I've heard that from a
Right.
former dancer. Like she said one time she came in on her day off and she got requested to dance by a regular, and the fact that she was in a white bra and white cotton panties was what really turned him on in the dance.
Oh, like in the club?
Like she had come in on her day off because her ex-husband had owned the club.
Yeah, yeah, but like
And
in the
they had just
club,
had a
right? Like
baby.
she's in the club and some regular caught her.
Yeah.
It was like, "Hey, I'll throw you a couple bills." Right, like you're my favorite, I'll throw you a couple bills. I can see that cuz then she's wearing like she's not wearing the normal stripper gear, right? Like it's almost
Yeah,
like
no,
a
that's what was the
it's
big
like
turn on for him.
it's like a more normal thing. Yeah, I can see that. I
Yeah,
can totally
it
see
felt-
that.
Yeah, like that. Maybe I understand it in that situation.
Bert Kreischer
That's why
talks
I
about
am
that,
regard
like
right
about like going to a strip club
I
and
just
there's
hope
like,
it's not. Yeah, like
you
as
know,
long as it's full grown women and everything like that,
Hmm.
fucking good on you, honey.
Like it feels like just one of those things where she wasn't trying to be sexy and it just happened, and that's what makes it so sexy.
yeah,
Right, that's
yeah.
why okay,
It's almost like a
this is little bit
random,
of
like
a
a
different
random
thing, but like the
hookup.
Belle Delphine shit. Like that's why I want to hit that dumb bitch with a fucking shovel because it's like you're perpetuating underage shit. Like let's be honest here.
Is she the
That's
like the
what-
tiny one that does all the like stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
but
no.
She would put on fake braces, and I'm like,
Yeah, no,
no,
no.
no. That's
Yeah,
not
I know
fucking
who you're
okay.
talking about because like
That's
it got
not
brought
okay.
up one time and I looked her up. I was like, nah, like you're hot, but the shit you're doing is like, no, too much, do less,
Yeah.
do less. You know, it's hard to be a hot daddy in tight gray sweatpants. Water emoji.
Okay.
What?
I know who that was again.
I don't know. Like this would be Charlie's realm of expertise, I guess. Like,
Not gonna lie, dudes, flaccid wieners do not do anything for me.
I can see
Even
that.
if your wiener was hard in a gray sweatpant, that would make it way worse too. So like,
Ooh, Beerworth has one.
no, like I mean, if you're like walking and you're
Chicks in a
not
flight
hard
suit.
or anything like that, but like even then, like I'm sorry, looking at a flaccid wiener does nothing for me.
I've
Like,
talked
I
about
won't-
this. I've talked about this too with my wife. Granted, like I
That's
don't really
sweet.
have
like not everyone's like that.
I don't have like a basis of reference here, but just like on my own, for the like in general, most men look better in underwear. Right? Like
It's just, yeah, no, it's just I don't know. It just makes me uncomfortable because it's like the same thing of like women like complaining like don't fucking look at me like an object. And it's just like oh, so we're just gonna do the same thing with men, but they can't complain about that either.
But I know,
Like,
but
I
like I'm
don't-
talking about like
I just
if
don't
some dude was
fantasize
sending you a
like that.
picture, like was sending you sexy pictures, again, I have no best. I might be completely off on the mark on this, but like a hot dude in like some Calvin Klein, like in nothing but Calvin Kleins, and maybe like you can see a little outline or something, is hotter than a dude just like sending you a picture naked.
Okay, the only reason I will object to that is because I've seen
No, you've seen the gay shit.
the gay
I'm talking about the
shit,
straight
and
dudes,
dude,
straight
it's just
dudes, straight dudes.
that completely changes stuff. Whereas like it can be better. It's just like the thought process isn't exactly there. But like let's take to Calvin Klein eds with Jeremy Allen White with him
Mm-hmm.
because he got crazy jacked for the Iron Claw movies, and then he
Right.
did the Calvin Klein things. It's just like you you can put some fucking tennis balls and a banana in there. Like it's not gonna do any. Like that doesn't do anything.
Well, that's what I'm
wrong.
saying, right? The the Calvin Klein underwear creates like the erotica, but the second those come off, like dick and balls, even on a hot dude, are just weird looking, right? Like it's just odd to me. It's just odd, right? Whereas like
Yeah.
a naked woman, like everything's kind of like in order.
That's why full
Like a
frontal
day, like
male
me, I
nudity
look
is
at me naked.
hilarious.
I look at me naked compared to me in like good looking underwear, and I'm like, I look better in underwear. Like not like I have no shame about what I got going on, but I just look like it looks more sexual when I'm wearing. Like once they come off, it just looks like weird. Like I don't know.
To the grinder thing.
Looks like an
Okay, so
elephant.
most of the
What?
pictures from the guys on Grinder were them taking pictures, like not in front of a bathroom mirror, but in front of a mirror. They weren't taking the pictures just directly of themselves. It was a little bit more similar to like.
Oh, there's more
advertising.
production. There's more production, right?
Yeah, right. Like a little bit, kind of like how it is with women, because women don't always just take like selfies. It's with the mirror or with, even with like a stick, whatever they call it, those
Selfie stick.
sort of things. Sometimes you do it with that. But from what I remember from Grinder, it was more of like farther away from the mirror, not so up close. Um, I mean, depending on like the direction your wiener went, they would do different positions. Like it was fascinating looking at I'm not gonna lie. It was just very different of like, okay, it's just like how the brain works and how you think of what to send someone. And sometimes I feel like gay men kind of have like the thought process of women do when it comes to taking photos of yourself compared to like straight men where it's just like, here it is.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I'm not even talking about. I guess I'm not even talking about. I don't know. We can talk about it later. Let's do a couple more of these and wrap it up.
Yeah, sorry, that might be getting way too into it too.
I totally fantasize about banging the hot chick at the gym in the locker room shower.
Okay.
That's a hot fantasy. I'm not gonna like that.
Yeah, oh,
that's
yeah.
a good fantasy.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, totally
I
get
think
that
that
one.
falls into the public sex one again.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Okay, that's a bot one.
I like the one in the live chat, the women in a flight suit, because I just picture that chick from the new Top Gun.
Oh yeah, if she let her hair down, bro. Here's the one we're gonna end on tonight. We have so many of these. We're gonna have to make this a two-parter. But I really want to peg my husband. I've already bought the strap-on. Thank you, Amazon.
Not Adam and Eve. No, I'm just kidding.
They're not a sponsor. Fuck them.
Not here, but for other places. Just saying.
I've thought about this before.
How big was the strap on though?
She didn't say. Like, she didn't go into detail about what she bought. Like, thunder. Like,
Charlie wants a fucking.
This motherfucker ain't gonna walk for a week.
Thunder down under.
But other than like the pure dominance side of it, like what is the sexual pleasure of doing that from the woman's side?
Well, I guess just like the only thing I can think of it is like that dominance feeling, and then also like if you like sometimes it's hard to get a man off from you being, you know, more in charge rather than them being in charge. So that might be a way for you to be able to get them off, and then like just hear, you know, and then of course like, you know, hearing expressions from men is great, and that's one thing I have heard from, you know, women in like talks about sexual things with men of like just be a little bit more vocal. Let me know you're liking it. Like, just let me know, and so maybe with that way, like men really can't hold it back when it's that intense. So it might be like you're you're giving them pleasure, you know they like it, and then you're hearing it. And it's one of those things too, because it's something I've thought as well of like.
Now I know they make like I've seen it where it's like a strapless strap on and it's like a 90-degree double dildo kind of thing. Where like it goes inside of the woman. And then
so like sounds like a double-sided dildo too. Like,
no, it's not. It's not. Because a double-sided dildo is like just one big long fucking snake,
right,
bitch.
Yeah.
This has like
I mean, you could probably still do that.
You probably still could, but this is like it's like special made for pegging your man, where it's like like a dildo and then like
but like an actual
like almost like I'm not gonna call it a butt plug, but like a nub style one. It's like specially shaped. It goes into. It's like when when the woman puts it into her, like it comes out like 90 degrees from her, kind of thing.
It's kind of like a hook shape.
Yeah, Jake will send you pictures of one. Don't worry about it. But yeah, like outside of that, and I'm not judging anybody that like wants to do that or like guys that enjoy that. Like I'm with like Dan Holloway on this one. Like there's nothing that a straight woman can do to a straight man that's like gay, you know?
I will say having anal sex with a woman is a little gay.
Well, again, goddamn, Charlie, why are you coming at me like this? Like, come on.
You just want to make men feel uncomfortable about themselves, Charlie. That's all this is.
It's just because it makes me laugh. Because it's like if you fuck a dude's asshole, like that's not as gay because that's just a hole. But like you fuck a woman's asshole, there's a vagina right there.
To be honest,
you rather want the asshole? That's kind of gay.
I've never pressured that, right? But I've done it when they want it. And I've even said this.
I just like saying it because it just makes men so flabbergasted.
So yeah, like oh,
you don't know what to say, do you?
Oh, there's so many people like, how dare you, bitch? How dare you?
Like what? It's just like
I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I'll go fuck a pussy right now.
Right, but it's just so funny just to also like just say like, oh no, it's so much gayer to have anal sex with a woman than it's with a man because of X, Y, and Z. And people are like, what?
No, I will say like, I mean, I've definitely done that with women plenty of times. And to me, like the only thing, like what makes it, I guess, hot for me, like I've never like put that on somebody. Like they're the ones that want it. And when we're doing it, like they're into it and that's hot. Right? Like that's hot. You know, I'm never like.
That just shows like there is a certain pleasure value in that area that goes for everyone, you know, pretty much, you know, both. I'm sorry, I will say there's only two genders. I'm a stenographer. That was my job. There's two genders, honey. Child. Like.
Show's
You're
canceled. No.
fine. You are perfectly fine however you feel, honey. Like, I want you to think that, but there's only two genders, and anal sex works with both.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I'm sure there's dudes out there that like getting pegged, and like they
Yeah.
there's got to be
There's a certain
something
amount
physically and
of
mentally
pleasure that
attractive
comes with
about it. I guess like I don't know. Like if my wife came to me, I'm gonna fucking die for this one. If my wife came to me tomorrow and was just like, hey, like I want to try pegging, I'd be like, well, that's not my thing, but like we can discuss this if that's
And
what
we
you're
can
really
start
into.
small.
Like if you're
She's watching, taking notes.
if you're into that, oh, I've already told her. She's brought it up before, like as a joke, and I was just like, hey, like if you can validly explain that you're into that, like we can discuss it. Like I don't know, like I don't.
And I mean, like, this is coming from someone who's like, I've never been married. I've been in, like, my longest relationship was like 3 years or some shit, So like, take that as what you will. But when you're with
Well, that's longer
someone
than most
and
of Womb Raiders' marriages, so you're good.
but
Sorry,
either
Womb,
way,
I had to do that.
with the majority of marriages that last, decades, are you completely 100% sure you'll never try that in the majority of your lifetime?
I did.
With each other, it's one of those things of like, hey now,
Life
like,
is long.
I did have somebody.
it's long.
I did have somebody slip the finger in one time at the end of a blowjob.
And
And
then just cock it a certain way, and it just boom.
no, honestly, to be perfectly honest, it did nothing for it because I was not ready for it, and I was so self-conscious about it
Yeah.
that I was like, I don't know what to think about this. Like, oh my
That's
god.
another thing, like getting into your own head, during those moments. Like, that's a big thing. Like, getting into
I was waiting for you to see that one.
which one?
The
What
Womb
happened?
Raider. No, I was just like, it didn't really like, it didn't feel bad. It didn't feel good. I was just like, oh, okay, we're going there. Okay. I wasn't prepared for this. I don't know what my asshole was like right now. Like, so the whole time I could think about it, I was like, oh God. Like, what's the aftermath of this going to be like?
Like, my
And now I'm
nails are, like,
traumatized. I keep my
my nails
butthole
are
so
too long
clean
for
just in
shit like
case.
that, and I'm like, you don't want. Neither one of us want this shit
Ooh.
going on.
Charlie's got them spiky acrylics on. Just
Mm.
fucking-
Mm.
No, dude, my shit's real, but I will, like, shape them into
I've seen
being spikes. and
again,
I'm
like I've been married for like
this is
11 years, right? I've got the complaints about my fingernails. I watch like I'll see like a porn where some chick just like literally like sticks her own finger in her ass with like long ass fingernails, and I'm like, the fuck? Like, how are you pulling this one
how
off?
you get E. coli.
I get like a little bit of like white edge on my fingernails, and it's too sharp. Like, come on. That's how I know porn's not real. That's what I learned.
Like Alex said, life is long, but the strap-on is longer. Shit.
Put that on a shirt.
All right, we'll do one more, and then I gotta get off of here because it's snowing. Apparently, I gotta go fucking blow the driveway.
Oh, hell.
Would love to make OnlyFans / Pornhub content with my wife. Then do it.
Do it, buddy.
You don't have to post it.
Get that makeup that covers the fucking
No, exactly.
tattoos. Wear some masks that you guys think are kinky, and have some fun.
Make it. You don't have to post it. You know?
I mean, either one is true.
You guys
like,
are both
do it
hot,
or
you'll
don't
make some
post
money.
it, or do it, completely hide yourselves and just save it for yourself. Because honestly, like, once again, take it from Moira Rose. Take 1,000 naked pictures of yourself while you're younger, because it only lasts for so long, and you're going to want to have those memories, if only for yourself.
Exactly. Like, make the content. I've told my wife this all the time. We make the content. We don't have to post it. It's just fun. Something to look back on. Fun memories.
Just sits on
Let's
a
remember
CFX card.
us without wrinkles all over the place and loose skin.
Let's watch it when we're old and masturbate if you can't have sex.
You can.
Just
Yeah,
stare at
we've
the
still got
cookies,
like I'm not gonna say 40, but we got like 25 of these things. So we're gonna have to do a part 2 of this one.
I'm good for that.
Yeah.
But
This was fun.
this was fun. Eye opening.
I'm in a fucking French maid outfit right now.
Oh, of course. Of course.
You can only see so much of it, but come on.
I mean, it looks like you're just wearing a bra, so I bet the viewers are loving that.
Yeah, we'll make sure that the YouTube thumbnail is like this right now. I'll have to go through and strategically find the right YouTube thumbnail with you in the maid outfit. But you already know what it is. Like and subscribe on YouTube, rate and review on iTunes, go to Spotify, do a 5-star, share with your friends. It seems like this whole anonymous question thing is clicking with the viewers. So like that might be our new lane for at least for a little bit, you know?
I'm liking this. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, I'm having a lot of fun with this one.
So
just come to us with your confessions. Tell us your sins.
Yes. Come to us with your confessions.
clipping that.
Confessions.
But yeah, so obviously we're doing something right because our 216th subscriber didn't unsubscribe and resubscribe this week. They stayed subscribed the whole week. So maybe we can get to 217 by next week. Who knows? By the way, next week, we got to talk about this one offline. Next week, episode 100.
Big deal.
We probably should have talked about this earlier because I don't know what the fuck we can pull together in a week. But we'll figure it out. We always do.
Figure it out.
We do a call in or Zoom in. I don't know. I don't think we have the amount of time to get 2 people to have sex in front of us anonymously. So
yeah,
I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm not gonna lie.
we could pretend. We just like.
All good on that.
We can find some random amateur porn on YouTube between the 3 of us and start it at the same time and just act like we're watching 2 people having sex in front of us.
I would find the most disgusting hentai I could absolutely find.
Oh God.
I don't know, whatever. Hey, I've been down some weird rabbit holes, you know.
Right? It gets fucking
You leave me alone. You leave me
porn.
at home alone for a weekend. That post nut clarity is shameful. Just pure shame.
With that one, I'm not going to kink shame him,
I
but I will call the ASPCA.
I go cry in the shower, you know? Good God. But anyways, for Jake, for Charlie, I'm Bill. This has been a blast. Let's keep those anonymous confessions, whatever, coming. Double entendre. Yep. Clipping that one too. Anyways, love you guys. Good night.